Good morning, brothers and sisters, lovers, haters, boys, girls, and vibrations. How is everybody on this Saturday morning? It's a bit wet and miserable up Carlisle, but I hope everybody's well. Love and light to everyone. Now, I'm not going to make the meeting this morning, so I thought I'd come on and do a share because sharing makes us feel good. And that's what I'm all about lately, feeling good. So, I'm Danny and I'm an addict. And today I'm a very grateful, recovering addict. And that gratitude has been consistent, really consistent lately. You know, every time I've opened my eyes on a morning for months, you know, I thank God of my understanding, you know, for another day on this earth. You know, we've got to remember that we're only blessed with a short life. You know, we're graced with this life. And, you know, it's important that we make the most of it. And I, you know, wasted a lot of years, shall we say. You know, and if somebody asked me a year ago if somebody asked me a year ago what I wanted, I wouldn't have been able to tell them because I didn't know. I was doing circles. You know, my using was the definition of insanity. You know, I was doing the same old things, expecting different results. Insanity by its definition. But you know, if you'd have asked me, or if you'd have told me more, like, you know, that in a year's time, I would have been, you know, very happy, very grateful. You know, I'd have been, you know, blessed and graced with, you know, such a high state of, you know, emotional, physical, and financial certainty, you know, all these things that I have in my life, you know, beautiful relationships, you know, I love and I'm loved, you know. I've got the two youngest upstairs and had a brilliant night with them, like last night watching movies and that, and they went to the trampoline and they got picked up at 9 and we're out today shopping and taking them to the private pool this afternoon, you know, and all these little things, you know, that mean so much to us now. And if you'd have asked me a year ago, you know, what I wanted, I wouldn't have been able to tell you. But more so if you'd have told me that I was going to have all the things in my life that I've got right now, you know, miracles, I wouldn't have believed you because I never thought I'd be able to get clean, you know, and using was dark for me, you know, especially for the last couple of years. I wanted to stop and I couldn't, you know, but once I found that program, you know, it works. It works if you work it, as I say. And, you know, the things that I have in my life now, they're the best, you know, they are the best, you know, and I'm just so grateful to have every little thing that I have, every breath that I take, I'm grateful for, because I know, you know, that life isn't guaranteed, it's not promised, it's not certain, you know, the only thing that's certain in this life is death, you know, and when you start realising that and you start comprehending that to its, you know, full extent, then, you know, you can live your life a very different way. You know, I go after the things that I want, you know, on a daily basis. I'm trying, I'm grinding, you know, I'm praying, I'm meditating, you know, and I'm a continuation of progress and improvement is what I am on a daily basis. And that's all thanks to the program. You know, the program has given me this way of life, you know, and I don't make as many meetings as I can anymore because I can only legally make the Saturday one with this thing on my ankle. But, you know, it's very, very important that I stay in touch with the program, you know, and I send a lot of messages on a morning, and, you know, I keep in touch with the recovering addicts, you know, and that feels good. And that's what, like I say, that's what I'm all about lately. I'm all about feeling good. Now, I'm feeling a million miles away from the negative, aggressive, you know, and sometimes violent person that I used to be, who was ultimately just lost and confused, didn't know, you know, what I wanted, no direction, you know, but I feel so far away from that person now. And I was on about this just the other day with Paul, you know, this person that I am now, it's always been me, you know, it's been a side of me that's just been put away and overcast by the side that's now buried. The side of me that was very aggressive, very obnoxious, very ignorant, and violent, short-tempered, all them things not to be admired in a person. That side of me, is still there. We are who we are in this world, and that aspect, that side of me is still there. It's way down here somewhere. It's like, this is what I was saying to Paul, it's almost like it's locked in a cage. It's caged up in the basement, like Slough Out the Goonies, you know what I mean? But it's really caged up, and it's way down in the basement. And every now and then I hear it growling. Wanting to come out. I've got a couple of examples lately, which I'll leave out, but I've heard it growling, wanting to come out. But you see, that's the beauty and the strength in self-control. Nobody can ignite that side of me anymore. Nobody that walks the streets, nobody on YouTube can ignite that side, especially just through words, or the more they try, the less chance they've got of doing it. You see, but that side of me is in a cage, and it's locked way, way down in the basement somewhere. And there's only one person with the key to that, and that's me. You see, I can let that side out of me whenever I want. But like I said, that's the beauty of self-control, and that's the beauty of, being nice, life on life's terms, That's the beauty of them things for me. I have self-control. I know what I want. I'm going after it. And I'm not willing to fight anybody in the streets or any arranged fights out like that anymore. That's simply not going to happen. I'm saving that side of me for fight night. And I'm not willing to take punches ever again unless I'm getting paid for them. It's as simple as that, really. But putting that aside, this side of us that I've worked on, this side of us that I've tried to enhance, this side of us that, makes up about 80% of my makeup now, makes me very happy, it makes me very grateful, and that reflects in, not only my thoughts and my actions, but my behaviour, and deep down on a spiritual level, I just feel so good, I feel whole. That's what I do, I feel whole. And like I say, I thank God every day for that. But also, I do have to give myself some credit. I have to look in the mirror sometimes and say, Danny, you have come a long, long way. And that in itself is a beautiful thing. I'm still relatively early in recovery, but that just shows that the program works. Look at all the things I've got in my life. Look at the positions that I'm in, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially. I'm doing great. And that's thanks to the program. There's no doubt about that. The program showed me this way to live, and it's me that lives it. But I do have to thank the program for so much. But in the same breath, I do owe myself a lot of credit, because I have come a long way, and I can spend quite some time looking in the mirror, just contemplating and reflecting on how far I've came as a person. It's and in fairness, I've got a long way to go. And I will go a long way, simply because I have a long way to go, and I'll do it. I'm on the right path. Nothing's gonna knock me off this horse that I'm on. And let's just say there's bumps in the roads, or and I do get knocked off this horse, I'll get back on it immediately. Because that's my journey. And in comparison to the person I was, and that's the only person I compare myself to, my old self, me. I'm the only basis for comparison to myself. I don't compare, to other people. I used to do that a lot, and it's very unhealthy. You shouldn't compare yourself to yourself. That's how I progress. That's how I'm a continuation of improvement, comparing myself to how I used to be, trying to make improvements on a daily basis, even if them improvements are sometimes only on a micro level. That's progress. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that's listened to this. Thank you to each and every one of my subscribers. Thank you to people who, all the people who leave nice comments, all the nice people out there that show real support, but ultimately, thank you to everybody, even the haters. We need haters in this world. We need haters, and haters it's part of it. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't change any of it, for all the money in the world. I'm really, really happy in my own skin. It feels nice. And I want to see other people, come out of the darkness and into the light. Because like I say, I always thought I'd be that way, but we don't have to be, and ultimately we are who we are, but we can change behaviours, we can change mentality, we can change outlook, we can change mindset. Oh yes, we can. You can change your paradigm, your programming, it can be changed for the better, and I'm proof of that. Thank you for listening, everybody. God bless everybody. Have a lovely weekend. Bye bye for now. Big love, everyone.